Y'all, I know what you need. You need a feel-good story. And what makes you feel better than watching CNN, of all places, rake Democrat leaders over the coals about how bad in reality they actually are in the eyes of the American population, and watching them squirm under the spotlight? If this doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. You might want to check your pulse. You might be dead. Everything will be linked in the description box below. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Guys, we've got a country to save, and we are organized directly to do just that, and love to have you join us in this party. And after all, it's free. Get in here. We got a lot of merriment to share. All right. You can follow me on X at Braden LOA, of course, but let me jump right into this because I have got to show you just the absolute cacophony of failure that is the Democrat brand right now. Okay. So let's just do a little bit of a run-up before I watch I watch with you all these clips of CNN just demolishing these Democrats on, oh my God, reality. All right, here we go. Democrat Party approval rating at just 18% per Quinnipiac. 18%. You know that whole thing where they say Donald Trump's America's evil and Donald Trump is horrible and Republicans are horrible? It's almost like it's propaganda to talk about something else other than themselves. 18% approval rating. Okay. Congressional approval overall, Democrats minus 55, the lowest on record. Yep, everything's going great over there in dim lefty land, isn't it? Don't look over here. Make sure you keep on focusing on how bad Donald Trump is, even though he's doing everything that he said he was going to do within reason. Okay, let's keep on going. Again, I'm just going to start doing the work that other people just aren't doing, candidly. The DNC is killing off its 2024 autopsy. You know, that thing they promised would come about, and they don't want to release it because it would offend Biden, Kamala Harris, and all the special interest groups. Too much the chagrin of all the Democrat groups that are really wanting to actually do something about the fact that they got their butt kicked in. All right, let's keep on going because we're just now getting started. And that just off the presses right now, Morning Consult, generic ballot, weekly tracking, 44 to 43. It's dead even. So basically, everything the Democrats have told you over the last few months is a complete and total propagandistic lie. And now we're just going to continue to pour this on because, honest to God, this is our country we're saving. And I'm going to do my very damnedest to cut through all the propaganda, whether it comes from the right who are self-interested podcaster hosts who want to make monsters out of nothing, or it's the left that just wants control and wants the woke back in the life. Okay? We're going to do this because we got a country to save. Let's keep on going. Watch the squirming. You guys know who this is. Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem. He's about to have a bad day on CNN. Watch this.
But Leader Jeffries, on the question of rising prices and the stewardship of the economy,
ABC.
Clearly the public is saying they're not satisfied with Donald Trump. They don't approve of him. But actually, the Democrats in recent polls are actually faring worse than the Republicans. Take a look at a Quinnipiac poll out just this week. Shows that Democrats have their lowest approval rating in the poll's 15-year history. Only 18% give Democrats a high approval rating in the handling of the economy. Only 18%, 73% disapproval. What are you doing wrong?
Well, clearly that's an outlier poll. Listen, the most significant indicator of public sentiment is, are you winning elections or are you losing elections?
Clearly, that's an outlier poll. Okay. Let me just go back to show you how much of an outlier poll that is. Morning Consult, generic ballot, weekly tracking, dead even, in the first year after the Trump administration takes power, going into the midterms. DNC is killing off the 2024 autopsy reports, showing why they lost and hiding that from all their viewers, to much the chagrin of, again, their people. You've got the Democrats in Congress, minus 55, the lowest ever. And then you've got Democratic Party approval rating at just 18%. That's clearly just an outlier. But do you see how this works, guys? And let's have a moment of seriousness before I actually go to the real CNN clip. That was ABC. In a moment of seriousness, you have to understand how much you are being propagandized. Now, a lot of the self-interested, monster-seeking people who are on the right aren't doing any help in this at all. In fact, they're just making more noise to sift through. I'm not talking about all of them. I'm talking about certain ones. You guys can figure it out. But the people on the left are in full-on propaganda mode. Everyone's fine. Everyone loves the Democrats because no one likes Donald Trump. Let's keep talking about Donald Trump. Well, it turns out here, Hakeem Jeffries, it turns out you have an 18% approval rating in Democrats. That's clearly an outlier poll. Did we show you how bad Donald Trump was? Can we talk about that again? You see how this works, guys? It's all propaganda. Other guys so bad, don't talk about us. We're a complete and total shit sandwich. But that guy over there, he stinks. He stinks big time. That's an outlier poll. These are not the droids you're looking for. I mean, like, my God. Okay, let's continue. Let's keep on going. Like, you know what? I'm wearing the leather jacket, so I got to get a little rough and tumble here. Let's keep on going. Let's jump over to CNN. And kudos to Scott Jennings on this one, because he nailed this out of the park. Like I said in the intro, we're just not holding back anymore. We've got a country to save, our Second Amendment rights to preserve, our rights of our border, the sovereignty of our nation. We've got so many things that we have got to preserve, and the way we do it is cut through the propaganda and then also the bullcrap. So watch this. Scott Jennings doing what he does best. Check it out.
The Democratic Party, Kate, did an autopsy on why they lost in 2024. They are not going to release it to the public. How is this not a continuation of all of the reasons why the public doesn't trust the Democratic Party, thinks that they are?
This is laughable.
So they didn't like that.
Democrats in a barrel, because the facts are Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the
18% of Americans approve of Democrats in Congress.
Listen, Republicans control the House. The Senate.
We're an equal opportunity, by the way.
It's like
television shows.
You guys are down to
Okay, yes.
I'm confused with what's going on here.
You guys are down to friends, family, illegals, and health insurance executives. That's what you got right now. You need an autopsy.
Do we have the?
You're down to friends, family, illegals, and insurance executives right now. That's exactly what they're down to, but I want to draw close attention to something. This kind of filters into what I said a minute ago in this video. Let's not talk about us. Talking about us is very uncomfortable. Sure, we got our ish pushed in for the entire 2024 election. Sure, we've been despised by the American population because we adopted policies that make us woke and insane. And sure, I mean, our approval ratings are in the toilet. But let's not talk about any of those things, because Donald Trump is evil. We haven't changed a single thing. In fact, we're not going to change a single thing in the Democratic platform because Donald Trump is evil. You remember that autopsy report that put us, kind of in an uncomfortable position? We're not even going to talk about that because that would offend people. We can't offend people. All the feels. We can't have that. So if we have that, oh my goodness, we would offend people. We can't do that. So we're going to go right back to the status quo. Even CNN is going, you're going to do an autopsy report and then you're not going to release the autopsy report. Meanwhile, your approval rating is at 18%, and the best they can do is, I'm aghast at how dare you say the Democrats are in an 18% approval rating. How could you do this? The Republicans control everything. Not about who controls anything, boo. You guys just don't like the fact that you still suck. Everyone knows you still suck, and you don't like talking about it. You haven't changed any policies. The Democrats have not changed at all in any modicum of way, shape, or form. In fact, they're only getting more progressive, i.e. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, and Bernie Sanders. The parasites are becoming the host. I mean, what's happening? Exactly. Nothing's happening. They don't want you to know that. And a great way to hide that is happening is to focus on the big, mean, evil Donald Trump and affordability and everything else that they can possibly propagandize you with. I'm telling you, guys, you are winning more than you possibly know. And all the distractions that are coming from the right, or the perceived right, I would honestly factor is more conspiratorial than the right. But all of that is a distraction. And all of this stuff on the left is don't look over here, even more distraction. Y'all, we are going to laser focus because we got a mission to save this country. And that's what we're going to do every single day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The brown jacket came out, so the spice came with it. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.